Hey guys, hope everybody is doing well. For the second book review of this semester, I have read The End of the Suburbs, Where the American Dream is Moving. It's by Lee Gallagher. It was written in 2013, and this exact one was published in 2014. I learned so much while reading this book. I really like the picture of it, and I'm very much of a visual person, so whenever it caught my eye, I was like, whoa. And also the fact that it talks about not necessarily the end of the suburbs, but how suburbs have definitely changed. That's one thing that I really did like about the book, was the fact that it didn't necessarily say suburbs are completely ending, because that's not going to be the fact. We have millions of people in the United States. Like, there are going to be suburbs. It's just that the end of what comes to mind in your head with whenever you think of suburbs, you think of like the baby boom, and there being like tons of houses and houses and houses, and they're just kind of different now. Especially in my hometown, I know I can relate what she's saying in this book to how the suburbs have changed in our area. But another thing that I liked about this book was that she gives, let me find it. She gives these pictures that go throughout history. And again, I'm a visual learner, so seeing what they're talking about and how the shapes and everything, really liked that. She also went into great detail about the differences. Like on this one, the way that the suburb is made. Here's another one. You can see it's like all with the land. And she goes into great detail about how different men throughout history constructed suburbs, and how the family dynamic has changed the suburbs, as well as the need for workers in certain places. So that was really great. I did not like that I didn't understand part of it, but that was because of me, not because of the author. She's very knowledgeable, very easy to understand. I just didn't know parts of what she was talking about, and that was my own fault. Again, not her. Very good. She's very good at explaining things. The vocabulary is a little bit higher up, but I've just had to research on my own, and that's okay. That means that I'm learning. So my lesson with this, I was going to do, based off of suburbs, I was going to do a historical lesson on the baby boom and how that created so many suburbs in the United States. That could be for 4th through 6th grade, because I think that you could also integrate math into that and talk about the statistics of how many babies were born in this year compared to how many were born this year, and look at how many houses were in certain areas and what brought in the houses and what brought in the families to certain areas. Also, you can look at the interstate, all the interstates and all the railways, and how those also impacted it. So I think that by doing a lesson on suburbs and how they have changed, maybe from the 50s to now, like comparing and contrasting, I think that would be good. Trying to think. But yeah, the theme would definitely be suburbs and the change in how to compare and contrast. I read this book cover to cover, every word on every page, and I highly recommend it. Makes you realize what's happening, why there's a rise in people wanting to live in the city versus 45 minutes outside, and all these like random little towns. She's great. Read the book. Have a great night.